Welcome to this presentation on Chapter 9, The State and the Market of Karthik Muralidharan's book, Accelerating India's Development. In the previous video, you saw me explaining the concept of federalism and decentralization. And today, we'll talk about the complex dynamics between the state and the market in delivering essential services in India, particularly in education and health. So let's get started. This chapter addresses the interplay between the state and the market in delivering essential services like education and health in India. Despite substantial government spendings, a significant portion of the population opts for private providers, indicating a lack of confidence in public services. The chapter highlights the benefits and the drawbacks of this trend, noting that private providers often deliver more accountable and innovative services, but also exacerbate inequalities and ethical concerns. It is argued that rather than viewing public and private sectors as mutually exclusive, policymakers should leverage both to improve overall service delivery. Governments should focus on strengthening public services while also enabling private providers to operate efficiently within a regulated framework. This involves a clear delineation of the government's roles as a policymaker, regulator, and service provider, each requiring different interactions with the private sector. To improve market functioning, it is also suggested that regulations based on disclosure rather than stringent mandates stresses the importance of providing citizens with information to make informed choices. The government should consider public-private partnership and voucher system to empower the poor and enhance accountability. These strategies could include choice-based direct benefit transfers in public distribution system and charter schools in education. We'll explain this in detail. Stay tuned. Key facts and insights on state and market provisions of services in India. Private options are increasingly popular even when the public option is free. Private schools account for over 50% of school enrollment in urban India and around 30% in rural India. Most of these are budget private schools, delivering education at a lower cost per child than government schools. In healthcare, nearly 70% of Indian households seek care from private providers, even in areas with public clinics. The private sector also plays a significant role in providing water and security services, highlighting its prevalence despite free or subsidized public opinions. Private providers in health and education have fewer credentials but are better managed and work harder. Private school teachers and healthcare providers typically have fewer qualifications and are paid lower salaries compared to public counterparts. However, they exhibit better management and work harder, resulting in longer school days, lower teacher absence rates, and more engagement in active teaching. In healthcare too, private providers spend more time with patients and complete more diagnostic checklists despite often lacking formal medical qualifications. Private providers deliver comparable quality at a significant lower cost. The public sector benefits from scale, lack of profit motive, and more qualified staff, while the private sector offers greater accountability, cost effectiveness, and better management. Studies show that private schools, despite lower teacher qualification, deliver comparable or better learning outcomes at one-third the cost of public schools. Similarly, private health providers, though less qualified, exert more effort and provide comparable quality care at significantly lower cost. Quality of public and private providers within a market are highly correlated. Research indicates that the quality of public and private providers is positively correlated within markets. Improving public services also enhances the quality of private options. For example, better public primary healthcare options are associated with better private options, and improving public schools leads to better private schools in the same market. This interdependence underscores the importance of improving public services to enhance the overall quality of service delivery in both sectors. Conceptualizing state and market, private providers play a significant and growing role in delivering essential services in India, yet mixed views towards them result in unpredictable government actions and an uncertain regulatory environment. The government must clarify its role, policy making, regulation, and direct provision. Policymakers should see private providers as allies, regulators as equals, and providers as competitors. Current ambiguities, such as district education officers overseeing both government and private schools, often harm citizens by limiting access to preferred options, making market work better for overall welfare. Increasing consumer choices and competition among providers promote welfare by enhancing quality and lowering cost. Post-1990s economic reforms in India demonstrated this, but similar reforms in education and healthcare are lacking. The shortage of high-quality options in these sectors leads to long queues and high cost. Governments should reduce regulatory barriers for private providers while ensuring regulations addresses physical safety, information asymmetry, and accountability. Regulate with a light touch, based on disclosures rather than mandates. Regulatory norms in India are often heavy-handed and counterproductive. For instance, the Right to Education Act's input-based norms forced many low-cost private schools to shut down. An alternative approach would be requiring public disclosure of key schools' input, allowing market-driven determination of qualification value, and encouraging diverse school models. Invest in providing information to allow for informed decision-making. Regulation based on disclosure helps citizens make informed choices. Governments can improve welfare by investing in independent measurements of provider quality and public reports. Governments should maintain public databases, listing of all recognized schools and health clinics with detailed information on facilities, teacher qualification, fees, and patient ratings. Leveraging markets to better serve the poor. The government can improve as a regulator to enhance private provider quality and supply. Markets promote innovation and efficiency, but exclude the poor, and they allocate resources based on purchasing power. Thus, governments must ensure access to essential services through public provision, whereas markets can deliver better quality at a lower cost. Vouchers and public-private partnerships. Providing the poor with purchasing power equivalent to government spendings can allow access to market solutions. For example, education vouchers equivalent to government spendings per child can enable parents to choose private schools. PPPs like charter schools offer another approach combining public characteristics with private managements for better outcomes. Exit and voice. Vouchers and PPPs can empower marginalized groups by enhancing their voice, that is feedback, and exit, that is switching providers. This can improve public services due to competitive pressure. Providing vouchers strengthens the poor's exit options, enhancing their voice and improving public sector accountability. Designing vouchers and PPPs for equity. Equitable access requires careful design as service costs vary. Adjusting voucher values to reflect the true cost of public provision can make private or non-private providers more willing to serve disadvantaged groups. Accurate accounting and robust regulations can help achieve equity goal. Procurement and contracting. Procurement challenges include incomplete information and incomplete contract. A study in Liberia showed varied quality across PPP schools. Governments should create a list of quality providers where vouchers can be redeemed. Over time, this will weed out low-quality providers, incentivize high-quality ones, and pressure public systems to improve. Targeting and fiscal implications. Vouchers and charter models can increase fiscal costs by attracting those who currently use private solutions. Effective targeting using databases like below the poverty line or socio-economic caste census is crucial. Sliding scales of vouchers values for poorer households can enhance progressivity in India's tax and transfer systems. Importance of investing in a robust public option. Improving public service quality is crucial, as a strong public option serves as a default. Expanding choices can sometimes overwhelm the poor, highlighting the need for a high-quality public default option. Benign paternalism, offering a default while allowing choices, can protect consumers and enhance welfare. Let me give you an example. Example 1. Choice-based direct benefit transfer in the public distribution system, offering beneficiaries a choice between in-kind benefits and cash transfer, can improve service delivery, reduce leakages and empower citizens. Example 2. Charter schools. Piloting charter schools in urban areas can improve education quality by involving high-quality private operators. A charter school basically is a school that receives government funding but operates independently. This expands the portfolio of options to address educational challenges for low socio-economic status students. India's service delivery issue stems from the government's execution deficit, private sector trust deficit, and civil society scale deficit. In this case, effective collaboration and clear roles for the governments as policymaker, provider, and regulator are essential. Enhancing transparency, empowering citizens, and state-level experimentation can significantly improve service quality in India. Ultimately, improving both public and private service delivery requires innovation collaboration, clear role separation, and a focus on regulation and information dissemination to create a more equitable and effective service delivery system. Government should separate their roles clearly and define systems that improve both public and private options, thus empowering all citizens. That's it for this time. For more insights on governance and public policy, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for our next video, which is an interesting take on shifting the Preston curve for development. Thank you for watching.